Hey y'all, Patrick here. And somehow it's already the end of 2021. It's been a pretty great year overall. Some really cool and big changes happened in my life personally. Some really great music came out and some awesome pieces of gear too. And really, I just wanted to make this quick list of basically my 10 favorite pieces of bass gear that I got to play in 2021 in no particular order except for the top 3. Other than that, there's just a lot of really cool, a lot of really fun, and just a lot of really awesome gear come out, whether it be on the cleaner side, whether it be on the thick, nasty, dirty side, or whether it be just a really nice bass, or a cheap bass too. But again, in no particular order except for the top 3, here are 10 of my favorite pieces of bass gear that I got to play in 2021. Starting the list off, we have the Spector Dimension 5. First chef kiss of the video, I guess. Man, I absolutely had a blast with this bass. You have the multi-scale fan fret neck that just feels so chunky and so good. You have this beautiful matte finish in this haunting green. Oh my God, look at that. And of course, on top of that, for the electronics, you have Fishman Fluence bass pickups, which just sound so good. I absolutely love this bass, and this is really my first forte into Spector. And I'm really excited to see what new things they have coming for 2022. Next up, we have the Solid Gold Effects Imperial Mark II. Now, this fuzz really caught me by surprise. While I did really enjoy the Mark I, the Mark II completely blows it out of the water in my personal opinion. Not only do you have a nice, thick, vintage sounding fuzz that just sounds amazing on bass, but it comes with these really rad sliders that you don't see on any other pedal. And just the whole package of this bass, both aesthetics and sound, make for such a perfect fuzz. The Sire V7 second generation was a huge surprise to me personally because I don't really have a lot, if any, experience with Sire at all. But of course, over the years, I've heard so many impeccable things about them that just made them sound like such a powerhouse of a brand. And really, after experiencing the V7 second generation, yeah, I'm definitely understanding why. So much quality, so many features, and just such an all-around incredible instrument for not a lot of money at all. And I gotta say that I'm really impressed with Sire, and again, I cannot wait to see what new things they come out with in 2022. Fuzzrocious Electric Ocean. Now what's great? Fuzz, yes. Phaser effects, yes. Now what happens if you put them together? Beauty is what happens. And I gotta say, this was really one that threw me back. When Ryan from Fuzzrocious first told me about it, I was like, wait, a fuzz and a phaser put together, it's kind of weird. But it works really, really well, especially on bass. Just the different ways you're able to really dial in your tone and make sure that you lose no low end at all is a bass player's dream. And I gotta say that I am really excited to put this on my next pedal board. The KMA Machines Tyler Deluxe. Now this was my first time really messing with a signal splitter. What's really cool is it splits your low pass and your high pass side to where you can put in different effects on each side and really gauge and mix how exactly you want to blend them for your overall output. And man, it led to so much experimentation and so much fun too. I really understand why line splitters, line selectors, however you want to say them, are such a big deal, because when you're able to retain your low end on bass but have just random pedal that you know is going to kill your low end but still be able to use it, because guess what, you're able to put it on that high pass and not have to worry about it at all when it comes to your overall tone. It's just such a joy, and I just really loved experimenting and playing around a lot with this pedal. The Darkglass Alpha Omega Photon. Now, basically, this is the end-all be-all of the Alpha Omega drive circuit that I love so much from Darkglass Electronics. And y'all, there are just so many features packed into this thing. It's a preamp. It's something that you can practice with because there's a headphone in and it connects to Bluetooth. It can be used as an interface for your computer, so you can just plug directly into that and record whatever you want. I absolutely love the sounds, of course, that you can get with this, all the different cab IRs available, the different compression ratios, and the different drive selections too. And it was just so much fun digging through it, getting nasty, but also being able to retain a really good clean sound too. Just being able to have so many options and so many features in one box is such a game changer for me. Now, before we get to the top 3, I have to give a very special mention to this, the Ampeg SVT Suite. Now, I didn't really hear about this when it first came out, and I just didn't really know it existed until May or something like that. But whoa, I just have to say that, wow, as someone who doesn't really have a lot of experience with Ampeg bass amps at all, really, it was just so eye-opening, and everything sounds so good, so crisp, so real, and so warm because of those tube-like sounds that Ampeg provides. It's just so much fun and such a great piece of software. I think that every bass player should at least check out. I know they have like the 14-day trial, and I highly suggest that you guys check it out because I really fell in love with this plugin when I started playing it. There's so many different options, of course, but it's just that classic Ampeg sound that I didn't even know I was missing out on. Okay, so for our top 3, this is gonna be a lot of fun for me personally. But in number 3, we have the Ernie Ball Music Man Dark Ray. This was a surprise drop, and what can I say? I know I'm cheesing already, but just the combination of USA-made Ernie Ball Music Man Stingray with the circuitry of the Darkglass Alpha Omega, which, as I previously mentioned, is my favorite drive circuit. You put them together, onboard effects, it's so fun, so niche, and man, I want that bass. I miss it so bad. I wish it wasn't a loner. It was just such a surprising and welcome collaboration that I never knew that I needed in my life. Number 2, we have another unsung hero, and that is the Fuzzrocious little fella. Whenever this was announced, I just instantly bought one, not even knowing what it sounded like. I just knew that from the content and the specs and features that Fuzzrocious released that, hey, I want to buy this thing. And it's under $200. It basically goes from a light boost all the way to insane fuzz. Like, oh my God, I absolutely love it. I really have not had this much experience with a drive that is honestly this versatile. You go from a slight boost to over the top insane fuzz in every single bit in between too. But man, I knew once I saw this, I just had to buy it, and I absolutely love this pedal. I've used it in quite a few demos, and it's something where I don't give enough credit to. I really just need to film a demo by itself. I know the Bass Channel has a really good one out right now, but man, I have to say that if you have less than $200 and you need a good overdrive that can actually get to a good distortion sound and a good fuzz sound for either guitar or bass, definitely check out the little fella from Fuzzrocious. And for my number 1 favorite piece of gear of the year, if you watched the video, I don't think you're very surprised by this, but I have to say it's my little crappy guitar. God bless this little 2-string hunk of junk that is so much fun to play. Talk about a breath of fresh air. As much as I love really expensive and really nice basses, of course, like everyone does, just being able to have this 2-string beater that's made from God knows what, from such a cool company that's so straightforward and brutally honest, is amazing. Just once I got this, I couldn't stop laughing, but then I also was making some just killer riffs on it because of how fun it is. Is it perfect? Absolutely not, but that's also what I love about it too. The crazy, fun, delicious tones you can get out of this piece of junk is incredible. And y'all, I gotta say, Crappy Guitar just made my favorite piece of gear for 2021. But that is my list of my 10 favorite pieces of bass gear that I got to play in 2021. Let me know which ones that y'all want to see, which ones I really missed out on, because I know there's a lot that I missed out on. So let me know what some of your favorite pieces of bass gear are. I'm really excited to see what cool things there are in the future as well. But thank y'all so much for watching as always. Thank you for watching in 2021. If you watched, subscribed, commented, shared any of my stuff, followed me on social media or anything, I truly do appreciate it, y'all. It's been a wild year that makes 0 sense, but if there's one thing I've learned from this year is that nothing makes sense and you just sort of roll with it. At least that's what I'm saying right now. I'll probably disagree with myself literally once I'm done making this video, for all I know. And of course, a humongous thank you to my Patreon supporters right here. Mwah, mwah. I do have to say that without the support of these people right here, it'd be so much harder to make a lot of these videos. So a humongous thank you to my patrons. And if you want to be just like one of these gorgeous people right here and help support the channel every single month, be including things like early access to videos, giveaways, and more, then go ahead and head over to my Patreon page. But y'all, thank you again so much for watching as always. And of course, no matter where in the world you are, stay safe, practice that bass, and I'll see y'all next time.